motherfucking magic. You watching Rap Grid, you know what I'm saying? Dot motherfucking com, dot net, shit, org, all that shit, nigga. Be motherfucking magic.
What up?
You do the intro. It's your intro, Raine.
I don't really have an intro.
All right. Well, this is direct. This is Rap Grid. I'm here for another web chat with my homegirl, boss chick Raine.
Yeah,
What's up?
yeah.
Um, I guess people don't know this is like the introductory thing. You know, I'll be working with Raine. She'll be working with Rap Grid. We fully support Boss Chick. Boss Chick brand been around for a while, and I'm ready to see them make moves. You know what I mean? I think y'all got a strong brand, and
Salute.
yeah. So we're gonna get back into Boss Chick in a second. But
Okay.
what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna talk about this live coverage that you did for the format Vol.2 from Syndicate Cartel, which I think is one of the biggest cards they've ever put together.
Yeah, definitely a big card. And it was dope. A 2-day event. You know what I mean? Day 2 was popping, dope battles. And because I'm in battle mode too, I was really feeling the bars, you know what I mean?
So a lot of the battlers or even like the fans will come up to me and be like, "Yo, like you guys need to do more quotes on the live coverage. You guys need to do this. You guys should do it this way." I be telling people
Right.
the live coverage is not like an easy task. You know what I'm saying?
Son,
So what's your experience like doing that?
as a boss, because every boss is a worker first, right? I was glad that I was doing it, but from a boss's standpoint, I think it's a service that needs to be paid for because it's
Mm,
not easy, man. It's like, it's really not easy. Like trying to really catch. It's not just catching the bars. It's like you have to type them out and you trying to catch. Like you don't want to miss the next bar. And then,
yeah.
like, the crowd goes crazy for another bar. And then even though I was ignoring the feedback, let's say that's why I always talk about live versus footage because in the building, maybe that line was fire, but then you text, like you tweet the line, and the people at home are like, really? That was trash. And you're like, what? Everyone went crazy for that line. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but it definitely was work, but I actually enjoyed it. I'm not gonna, it wasn't too bad because it kind of makes you really pay attention to the bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think sometimes when you do live coverage, when you discuss the battle with people after, you're like, "Man, when he said this," and they're like, "I don't remember that." You're like, "I remember
Right.
this whole round." You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it
Yeah.
was parts where I knew the line, and then I thought I knew it, and someone came up, started talking to me, and then as I'm typing it, I'm like, oh, fuck, what was the line? And you ask like 4 people, they're like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
we all went crazy for it, but that quick, it's hard to kind of recall that quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Let's get into some of these battles. I know it was a 2 day event, and
yes.
were there any standout battles from the first day that you think people have to know about?
Yes. First day I actually was there to see my dude Relly Bell versus Big Nation, and I was disappointed to see that it was only a one rounder because it actually was a pretty good back and forth. That was like
Mm.
the main event. That battle was last. So yeah, they both had Big Nation came out swinging. He had a couple of fire bars. He's so cocky. He kept doing this like over the head, over the head. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? He did have a couple over the head. Like he had some shit. Really well though. He definitely was a crowd favorite. You know what I mean? He definitely came with some real bars. You know what I mean? The crowd for the most part gave it to Belly Bell. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And I would say that I might edge it to him, but it's a one rounder. And I really think that battle should have been 3 rounds. You know what I mean? But the battle that really stood out to me though that I really enjoyed was Killer B, who represents Cartel, versus Buddy, who represents BMC. And that was a really dope back and forth, man. I'm gonna say Buddy had a fire first round. Like it was a fire first round, and that's what makes a battle dope. Is because now it's like you're waiting to see what the opponent is gonna say, and if he's just as dope, then they're like, oh, now we got a battle. So Killer B, I was very impressed by Killer B, man. His first round was fire. Now in the building, um, it's a little trick I think that people do by default. So the second round, Buddy, still was, he was consistent, but to me it wasn't as strong as the first. And Killer B maintained that. I wish I knew some of the bars. Like going forward, I'm gonna start like taking little notes on certain bars. But he had a lot of fire bars, and we definitely, the crowd gave Killer B the second round. After the second round, the crowd was saying one up, one up. You know what I mean? And I think the third round, Killer B kind of took it home. I like him. I'm eager to see what he's gonna do next.
So you think Syndicate Cartel is going to start pushing both of those guys after those
Well,
performances?
well, Buddy, I heard is a BMC dude, so but
Okay.
I think Syndicate is that. I think that they definitely should push Killer B, since he came from out of town, came to New York, and showed out.
Mm-hmm.
He did his thing. You know what I mean? So I was impressed. That battle was a good back and forth.
The way Rap Grid used to tweet, we used to tweet like our opinions on the battles, like yo 3-0, this dude died, this dude da 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 da. But the battlers they're like, yo, you making people really believe that I died before the footage comes out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like we kind of have to find I guess like a more political way to get our point across, but like kind of bigging them up, but letting people know what happened at the same time. Like this
Right.
guy did good, but the crowd was on this guy's side, type stuff, right? So what, like, me and you were going back and forth during the battle. Like, how's that experience for you, trying to determine how to describe what's going on without killing somebody?
See, what? Luckily, these battles were upper echelon battles.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing on any other battler, but for the most part, no one did bad. So it wasn't really any kill. But I can't say, I don't have a problem saying this. The battle that kind of lacked the most was K-Shine versus QP. And that's only because they both were stumbling and kind of messing up a little bit. But
Okay.
it was whack. Only reason why it was whack was because they were spitting some fire shit, but then it would be a pause. So at the end of that battle, like, remember I had hit you like,
Yeah.
that battle, Karen, I don't know if I want to tweet that. You know what I'm saying? That because honestly, battles like that, it kills the crowd's momentum too, because the battles are like good, you know what I mean? And then you have that battle or whatever. I think on camera though, it's gonna be different. QP was saying some shit, especially in the third, but to me, K-Shine definitely saved face in the third.
So QP might have actually won when that footage comes out.
Live, I want to say that.
Okay.
Live in the building, he may have won.
You could take us through. You could start with the first battle.
This is an undercard, Catboy versus Paper.
Mm-hmm.
And they both was alright, but Paper, I wish I knew some of those bars he was saying was fire. When that battle drops, I'm looking forward to actually like hearing those bars again. He was going ham.
Where's Paper from?
Now, see, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I can't talk too much about that battle because a lot of people, we kept, he was going off so crazy. We're asking like, yo, who's that? Who's that?
Yeah.
And people were like, I don't know. And then finally someone said Paper, but then I might have been confused because then I heard it was Catboy, so I'm not sure. Because they both were like stocky, dark-skinned dudes, so you can't really differentiate. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think it was Paper that was really going ham. The guy who went second is the one who went ham. So when that battle drops, Paper versus Catboy, I'm definitely going to be tuned into the second dude because he really was going ham. Catboy was alright too, you know what I mean? But Paper was really saying some dope ass bars, man. After that was, I believe, Gwitty versus Hazy.
Now explain this to me, because Hazy's I think he started taking off when he started getting some of the bigger matches on iBattle. But Gwitty seems like really popular. Every time we do live coverage or we post a flyer for an event that Gwitty's on, people come out the woodwork like, yo, let me know how Gwitty's battle's doing. Like
you know what? I think he's the guy's guy. I mean, like, he's the cool guy in the hood type shit.
Yeah.
I think everyone likes him because he's likable. You know what I mean? And I think the world star look when he was like, that was fire. Whatever he was doing when Dot battled, that also kind of like boosted it. So now people really checking for his reactions and shit like that. And even him as a battler, he brings that hood aura to the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of his disses and a lot of his bars, they're entertaining. He's very entertaining. Yeah. I will say that. You know what I mean? So that battle, Gwitty versus Hazy, I'm gonna say the first round was the most entertaining round. It kind of lost a little luster for me along the way. And then I was getting the sentiment of the crowd was that Hazy. I heard different opinions. Some people gave it to Hazy. I don't know really how to rate that battle because it lost a little steam for me. But the first round was the most entertaining back and forth from both of them. You know what I mean? And I might have tuned out a little bit. You know what I mean? But they both had bars. I tweeted a couple from both for each round. I'm not sure who I edged that to, but the crowd was, I think, edging it to Hazy off of bars. But some people gave it to Gritty too, so I don't know.
See, and I want people to know when they listen to this part, that's not a cop out. Sometimes
Right,
when you do the live coverage and you're paying so much attention to the bars, you also have to pay attention to crowd reaction because you might hear something and be like, "That was cool," and then the crowd
right,
reacts and you're like, "Oh, let me tweet that." Sometimes when the
right,
crowd is dead or like people are talking, they eating hot dogs and pizza or whatever,
right.
it's distracting and it's hard to get a feel for who's winning more, especially when they might have similar type lines or the crowd's not reacting to either. It's hard to get a grip on that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Next was the battle of the night, which I knew was the battle. I wish we had to get those predictions because this is the only battle I really promoted individually, which
Okay.
was the battle I was there for, which was Tilla Jones versus QP.
All right. Now, real quick before you get into it, I want to
Mhm.
give some background. Now, QP wasn't he going on like Angry Fan or something like that, and he was saying he won't lose a round. He's gonna destroy Chilla. Chilla stole his style from him. He fathered him and all this stuff.
Yeah, that I don't know about, but everyone kept talking about if I lose a round, I'll retire or something like that.
Yeah, no, I guess
Yeah,
when QP battled Bonnie and when he battled Chilla, like he been on a rampage of like telling people how hard he's gonna try and you're gonna get the real QP, you know?
I think he gave us the real QP.
Mm,
This is my first time seeing him in person perform, and he really gave a really dope performance.
mm. So let me ask you a question. I think when you come from like an international crowd or even a Cali crowd, I feel like they're more lenient towards QPs. I guess like past. You know what I mean? It seems like a lot of people from New York, even though like QP is fire lyrically, like they don't have no tolerance for his shenanigans. So was the crowd kind of against him when he stepped in the room?
I didn't gather that. He was. If I tell you how the battle went, he pulled them in. And for me, I'm a New Yorker, and I think even with his past and everything, my assessment is different. I label him, and I know people probably gonna feel away or whatever. I don't care, but I told you the other day. I think he's a genius.
Okay.
Like, and I say that because his pen is so retarded.
He's like a
And then,
genius on drugs. That's his
well, yeah, I mean, I think that's part of being a genius. Like your life may be in disarray, but your brain is on some other shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I think that he's on some other shit. I also judge battles by what I remember the most.
Okay.
And if you have an impact in my mind like that, that's how I judge who won. Who won? If I lose, because to me, that's the duty of the person who goes first.
Hmm.
Like you have to spit a phenomenal round so that when your opponent goes, people don't forget about what you said. Chill Jones, I think, is also a crazy. His pen game is retarded.
Hmm.
He thinks on another level. I've always been a big fan. So he did what he does, and that mountain scheme was retarded. The thing I love about his schemes, like he's really the scheme king because his schemes are not like just 4 to 8 bars. They might be like a whole 16 scheme. Like he might do every
Yeah.
mountain, every part of the mountain, then he breaks down the peak of the mountain. Like he is like he is like retarded with it, and he had a dope ass first round. QP though was stuck in my head is that the way he started. See, the only thing he did, which almost got the crowd against him, is that he was like, I'm a freestyle. I don't know why he had to announce it. So the crowd was like, oh boy, like whatever, like. But the first line was, who in here, wore Chilla Jones pants or has the same pants as Chilla Jones? Then he was like, nobody. Right? The crowd. It's like, how the fuck you think of this, right? And the crowd started dying. Then he said some fire line. Then he grabbed his pants like, nigga, you keep sweat. The crowd was like, oh, the crowd went retarded. He
Wow.
did like 4 more bars about his sweatpants, yo, and it was all fire. Like I've always been impressed by people who have intricate freestyles. You know what I mean? Not just the surface joints, but like really intricate. And that's how he set off. I think that's how he pulled the crowd in. So the crowd was kind of rocking with him. He did have a couple of haters in the front, and that was annoying me because they were kind of breaking him up. Like it made him stop a lot. Not in the first, but just throughout. And I even had to say something like shut up, you know, like because sometimes people they're just there heckling. That was like man, nigga, shut up. You know what I'm saying? That hit rhyme, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so he pulled the crowd in with that, and then that first round, I think I edged it to QP. But I do recall some people giving it to Chilla as well.
Is this still in the first round when the QP says, "You kingpin in this joint, you're gonna take this L, Chapo"?
That was fire. I believe it was in the first round.
You put 3 fire emojis next to it. That's how.
You know why? Because to me, that shit was fire.
Yeah.
Like
I thought it was hot. Looking at it, I could tell like how you could kind of tell the way he said it by the way you tweeted it. You know.
Right, and I did that too. I kind of got that from you. I noticed that you also do the breakdown sometimes if it's space. So reading it, it was just too fire because you have that double, and then you have the double with the L. You know what I mean? So it was just fire. And then I saw the clown. I have to address this clown because when the clown said, "Is Chilla's name Chapo?" You're like, "Yo, kill yourself, son." Chapo is a nickname.
In his
okay?
defense, and we're not gonna say his Twitter handle because I remember it.
No, we're not.
But in his defense, he came back later and he was like, "I was just kidding." You know.
Oh.
Another line that I did like is when Chilla said, "Nowadays it's cleaning his ears, giving Q-tips." That's crazy.
Woo! That was crazy. Fire.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't get the next one. He did another play on that too.
And I got to smoke QP, so I guess in the innuendo, that one.
Yo, he flipped that 4 times. That's the only one I caught. Yes, he flipped that. He did yeah, I got to smoke QP, so in the innuendo. And then he did another one where and it took me, I had to replay it again. He did another one where when he called himself a nun. I'm a N-U-N. Yo, I never thought of that. Chilla is retarded. I think he's also borderline genius. You know, I don't know. I salute. I think his pen game was, and to me, he stepped up his performance, so people can't say he was boring at all.
I think when Chilla battled Prep, you saw that he could perform on the stage at that moment. Like he got. You want to know what the crazy thing about Chilla and QP is to me is that QP, he was before his time because he was doing that style in short grind time rounds when a lot of people was joking, and Chilla, he almost at the beginning of his career he kind of went unnoticed, and then when he got on, people were like, "Oh, he's kind of boring." But now it's like their style is the one that every single person. It's like them two and Born got the style that everyone want to run with.
You know why too? I just think because that other shit is getting played out is too easy. And I think you gotta push your pen more. Their style is a style that really pushes the pen, in my personal opinion.
Who do you think won, Chilla and QP? Just in your opinion.
QP.
Now, is that an unpopular opinion, or is that like people are kind of like, damn, QP might have got that?
The heads I asked around me agreed. But some people may say Chilla, and you know Chilla is also a more on camera guy. QP is normally a footage rapper too, but I'm going. This is so people won't hold us. This is my live opinion. This is my in the building opinion. It might change on camera, but I gave it to QP. It was an edge.
Let's get into this Charlie Clips versus Danny Myers. Am I forgetting anything? Am I leaving out Danger Zone and DNA?
Well, we can't talk about that because I didn't attend that. That was yesterday.
Okay, so Clips and Myers is the last major battle from that event.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, you got Bar God versus I don't even know what Clips' nickname is.
The GOAT.
You think Clips is the GOAT?
I mean, people call him the GOAT. I mean, I call him the GOAT at times. I think he's the GOAT. I don't know, the battle rap fans get so literal. When I say for him being the GOAT, it's just that he's really the epitome of a entertainer. Like I feel like he has all the best, one of the best skill sets as far as being a rapper. Period.
I believe so. I also think that when I think from around the time the Clips battled Dirtbag Dan on King of the Dot to when he battled. It was like before he battled Sharon. Sometime he battled. He had like a 12 to 14 battle stretch where he destroyed everyone. That's to me that was
Right.
like one of the best stretches ever. You know what I
Right.
mean? But he's been. I don't think he's been trying as hard lately. You know what I mean? And people kind of notice it. So how did this?
Right.
How did this battle
He's
go?
that's that home shit. No, maybe I don't know. It's like a laziness, and I don't know why, but I mean it happens. You know what I mean? But I feel like he I guess he has to battle someone that makes him feel like he has to really push his pen, and that he because he to me against Danny Myers. Now they can't dispute this. He came with it against Danny, but it was kind of effortless. So it was like he came with it, but it was just enough.
Yeah,
That was the
his whole
sentiment of the
style is
crowd.
is effortless though. You know what I'm saying? So he can get
Right.
away with
That's why.
it.
Right. That's why he's a goat to me
Yeah.
because it's effortless. You know what I mean? And side note, when I say the goat, it could be five goats. You know what I mean? So don't hold your horses, people. Like you know what I mean? But he's
Yeah.
one of the greatest. He's one of the greatest. Whatchamacallit? But that was the sentiment of the crowd. The crowd felt like, okay, yeah, but I think he gotta stop doing that. And this is just like on some like, cause he's cool people. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel that the crowd. Because some of the guys was not giving it up, and he had fire bars. When you seen some of the bars I tweeted, some were
Yeah.
jokes, you know what I mean, but some were really fire. That T cell line was fire, you know what I mean, and I think the crowd is getting used to him slacking, so they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the sentiment of the guys around me were like, yeah, that was cool. Like I kind of hating a little bit, like whatever, he's gonna fuck up, or like it kind of like
Isn't that
it makes the
crazy that he
fans
went from undeniably the best to people in New York in the crowd? Because this has happened when he battled Shook too. People
right,
kind of being like,
whatever,
whatever. You got to try harder, son. Like we're not
right.
going for that.
I mean, that's what happens after a while. People get tired, and you can't expect even your core fans. They're your
Yeah.
fans for a reason, because a lot of them are supporters, and they get disappointed. You know what I mean? How are you gonna keep rooting for you if you're not? If you're not holding them down. So they in the barbershop talking about your ass and you gave away a third round. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? He know what
Yeah.
it is, you know what I mean? But he had a lot of fire against Danny Myers. And I think it kind of like, I think Danny Myers is dope, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to, you can't deny his pen either. His pen is fire. But for me, I feel like, how do I say? I just feel like the way he clips his angles against him, it kind of made it. I I gave the battle to Clips. I don't think no one can say that Clips lost that battle.
Well, you know what the interesting thing about that matchup is? Danny's style is like trying really hard, and Clips' style is like not trying really hard.
And you know
So I
what? That
thought,
makes
yeah,
it bad for the person who tries hard.
yeah,
Because of the person who that's exact you hit it right on the nose. That's what I wanted to say. You know what I mean? Because it's like he's going he's like and he's saying some shit. But then you got this guy who's like, yeah, nigga, like straight out of he says he even singing like straight out of 12 racks, a super motherfucker named Danny. You know what I'm saying? And he's not even going hard. He just says it. The crowd's like, ah. You know what I mean? He did like 4 bars of that. So it
was
was
there
like,
any more memorable lines from that battle? I see there's a line that says a bald headed man premeditated murders when I'm amongst these niggas. Y'all can boo this. Like monk Buddhist.
that was fire to me. I saw some Herb like give the blank stare, but that shit was fire to me. Like
So
shout out to
it
Danny
went
Myers
off
for that
well
one.
in the
It was
crowd.
huh?
It went off well live.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
I wouldn't have tweeted it, it did. And I didn't care. To me, I thought that was fire. And it was longer than that actually. He had a piece before that made it even more fire. So I tweeted what I knew I could I could get across. And I felt like that was hard amongst Buddhists.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, son, how can you deny that? You know what I mean? He
One
had a
line.
couple of those.
One line that you tweeted, and I don't know. I'm thinking that it was play off of Clips doing the like, guess which room I'm in? I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the kitchen. When Danny said, "I'll start off shooting in the bathroom like Goldeneye." I threw my phone across the room like,
Yo,
oh.
now see, You can explain that to me, but the
Okay.
crowd went ham for that. That's why I tweeted it.
GoldenEye is a game that everybody played on Nintendo 64.
Okay.
It's like everybody I know, every man I know, like spent 9 million hours of their life playing this game. And
Okay.
it's like it's like James Bond. So you all pick a character, and the screen is split four ways. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
and there's a level called the facility where like one of the places that you can start out, and they drop you an event in the bathroom, and like everybody always be hiding up there and throwing bombs up there. So it's like a favorite thing from that game. You know what I'm saying? Where like
Okay.
you be hiding in the bathroom waiting to clap niggas, basically.
Okay. Okay.
Cause I'm
Yeah,
watching
no,
that, I'm like, yo, Raine played GoldenEye, damn.
nah, everyone went ham for it, for that line, so I was like, let me make sure I tweet that.
Okay,
You
that was
know?
a good observation, Rain. That was good
Yeah, you
reporting.
know, I do this, homie.
Okay.
I didn't know, me, I'm a nerd. I don't know. I'm gonna ask. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So someone was like, "Oh," cause I was like, "Is it Gold Eye or Golden Eye?" I'm not like all like corny, like they're like it's Golden Eye, and then I just tweeted it like fucking everyone went ham for it.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I gave everyone their just due. You know what I mean? Like each battler. So
So let me ask you this too. How was the event overall? Because where Black Ice and Syndicate Cartel coming to, and shout out to John Doe too. That's my
shout out to
guy.
John Doe. I
Um.
didn't get a chance to interact with him, but I want to just shout out to him because he has. Oops, you good?
Yeah. Cool.
I wanted to shout out to him because he definitely has like one of the best footage in the game. Like you know what I mean? Like it's almost like their footage is really fire. So shout out to them. You asking me?
Um. Oh yeah. How was the feeling with them coming to New York?
Um, it seems like they were well received. A lot of New York, a lot of the New York dudes, New York people were there. You know what I mean? Poison
But they
Pen
were
was in the
they were
building.
familiar with their brand, and they knew what the league was all about. Or did they just
Um,
show up for the names type thing?
See that I don't know particularly, but I think Poison Pen. Shout out to Poison Pen. We was kicking it with him afterwards. That's his hood. He's like
Yeah.
yo, right there. No string or whatever. I think that's why he was there too. For the love of battle rap type thing. Shout out to Beasley was in there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It seems like it was well. Maybe it was a draw from the names. You know what I mean? Because DNA battle, but they seem like they got. I interviewed her right before that on the show, and she said that she had. She's mad cool with
Hmm.
a couple of people out here. So
Yo,
it was.
plug your show real quick. Plug your show.
Yeah, every Wednesday, man, Borsig Radio, formerly Battle Talk Radio. I want to go ahead and say the first battle rap radio show ever. You know what I mean? But we changed it. I mean, I've changed it in the past 6 months to Borsig Radio. And every Wednesday, man, 10:30, thematrixstudios.com. Call in, shout out, voice your opinion, 718-239-9200. But I talk about everything across the board. So if you want to just talk about what's going on, Bill Cosby, Black Power, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Loving hip hop doesn't matter. Just call in and kick it. We definitely still cover battle rap, but yeah, I interviewed her on the show and she was saying she's cool with a lot of people. So C3 she hosted the first event. You know what I mean? Angelique was in there. A lot of people were in there like showing love. You know what I mean? So they had a nice turnout too. So I
Okay.
think it was pretty successful for a Midwest based brand to come out to New York City and kind of do their thing on not one night but 2 nights. Salute to
Okay.
them. You know what I mean? Shout out to Black Ice Cartel. Shout out to Black Ice. She definitely mad cool, dope vibes. It was cool. They had food too. They had food, drink.
Okay.
They had shout out to my girl. I can't think of her name, but she showed me they showed me mad love, especially the first night. Like a lot of them, they knew who I was and they was just like, yo, shout out to you type shit. But yeah, they had the fried chicken popping, they had the homemade nachos popping. They had, like everyone. It was good. They had this shit together. Yeah, man. BCBL presents How to Get Away with Murder. It's going down, man. That's my favorite show right now. So why not? You know what I mean? We're gonna be real creative and all that. Early bird tickets. I am making my return versus K Profit. It's gonna be a dope battle. You already know K Profit's pin. You got Lex Benko versus Unique Fatal. That's gonna be fire as well. BK's Finals versus Shice Raw. Naughty versus Miss Lisa, and Winter Coat versus Zan. So it's gonna be dope. You know what I mean? Early bird tickets is only $20. It's $30 at the door. bcbl.eventbrite.com. Also, let me plug this real quick too. We have these fire hoodies, man. Property of Boss Chick Battle League. It goes towards the production of the event. You know what I mean? As opposed to doing, it's a t-shirt campaign, t-shirt fund. So you can support it, whether you come to the event or not. You can cop a dope hoodie to work out in or to style in. On the back of the hoodie, it has all the battles on it as well, and the front has the date. You know what I mean? So we're probably going to be releasing those every event. You know what I mean? So it's just like a dope keepsake, man. You know, come represent the brand, man. Boss Chick's rule. You already know what it is. You can get those at tfund.com/BCBL.
Raine, you the promo queen. You the promo queen.
Man, gotta hustle, man. Gotta represent.
I respect it. I can't lie.
I mean?
That's why I gotta mess with you.
Word.
Cause I was really outside, and that jungle had to survive while you was watching Pokemon. I was poking niggas for mine.
So obviously this is the fuse that we use to spark the latest Rap Grid Twitter fire. When we ask people, who is the best 2-on-2 team of all time?